I tried to make that really dramatic. Okay, let me try again. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell from this title and from the book I'm holding, I will be talking about Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Oh yeah, let's just get started. Goblet of Fire, though it wasn't my favorite in the series so far, it was still a 4-star book for me. I liked Prisoner of Azkaban a little bit better, but this was still very enjoyable. I didn't really like the beginning of the novel so much as I liked the end of it, or I guess the middle and the end of it. So as you know, if you've read The Goblet of Fire, it starts off with the Quidditch World Cup, which I wasn't a huge fan of. It was cool to read about, but I wasn't as captivated by it. So I really got into this once we learned that Harry had ended up in the Goblet of Fire, of course, which has to be a little bit of trouble, a little worrisome. But yeah, I really liked reading about the 3 tasks. I think my favorite to read about was probably the second task when they have to save the hostages in the lake. I really liked reading about that, and I think that really showed Harry's character. And then of course when you get into the 3rd task and Harry has the choice to either take the cup for himself or share it with Cedric, even though that does end up being detrimental. When he does decide to share it with Cedric, you know, that shows kind of his character too. To my surprise, I didn't really cry or tear up when Cedric died. I mean, I don't really cry at most books, but it might have been because I knew it was coming. I didn't know he was going to die in this book in particular, but I knew he died in the series at some point. And I think just reading about it really didn't hit me as hard as it would have maybe if I hadn't known what was going to happen. But I will say I did watch the film, and I did cry when he died in the film, which was a little weird and shocking for me. But I'm going to talk about that in a whole different video once I finish the series and watch every film. But yeah, getting back to the book, this took me a little over a month to read, or a little under a month, excuse me. I think that was just because it took me a little while to get into, and I was in a bit of a reading slump to begin with, and because it's a pretty large book, I will say that. But yeah, I really loved this. This is definitely the turning point, I think, the change in tone of the series. Of course, we see Voldemort and other Death Eaters and villains in the first 3 books, but this is where it all really begins, once Voldemort comes back to life and is in his, I guess, full form. So it'll be interesting to continue on with that and see what happens. I don't really have much more to say. Again, this was a 4-star book just because I was more interested in the middle and the end, and not necessarily the beginning of the book. Be sure to stay tuned for my other Harry Potter videos. Those will be coming pretty shortly, but be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see what I have to say in the future. Bye guys.